Hey, Shalom. Shalom. Lord willing, y'all able to hear me. Somebody come on, we can check it. Should be a fairly quick lesson, Lord willing. Just want to make sure the sound good. Since I'm in transit too, I don't want it to be too much noise to where you can't hear it, but yeah, we could just flow. We just flow and see how it go, Lord willing. Like I said, was able to be heard to where this lesson could be edifying. If anybody get on sometime soon, y'all can let me know if the sound good. A lot of background noise as I drive, But with that, I hop into it. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you YAHAWAH out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. And it's the brother Kwara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. The water. From GMS Houston camp, and doing a little in transit. So as you hear, I probably got a lot of background noise, but Lord willing, y'all can hear me. So keep me updated if the sound may go out or the vid get a little choppy. But this should be fairly quick anyway. It was something I was meditating on yesterday, which I wanted to go live yesterday, but it didn't fall through for me. But as you see from the title says, "Be content," right? Well, whatever the Lord's story is, I'm roughly paraphrasing the title. Be content with whatever the Most High's will is, right? Whatever the Most High's will is, and I put in parentheses because what other choice do we actually have anyway? Now, as I was thinking about this, I was considering, as it said in the book of Sirach, chapter 18 and 24, how it says, "Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end," right? And when the Most High shall turn away his face. So it was warning us to think about the wrath. Think about how bad it's about to get in the world, to consider the many things that we may have to encounter and may have to go through. Remember, the Lord said it's a time like never before. Now we have Romans 15 and verse 4 to tell us that the things that was written aforetime was written for our learning, so that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So that's true. We have examples of what our forefathers, foremothers, the Israelites went through of old and how they got through it to give us comfort in these times, seeing we serve the same power. Right? Seeing we serve the same power. But the thing is, seeing we in a time like never before, a new age to where new things about to take place. We about to go through new trials, new tribulations. You see? So on and so forth. But the thing is, we don't know what we about to go through. It may be some things we never expected ourselves to go through, especially, look, come and serve the Lord, right? You may feel as if, the Lord, shouldn't put you or ain't gonna put us through certain things. Well, that's the point. And it was two people I was thinking about. It was two people I was thinking about as I was considering this lesson. And it was YAHAWAH and Job, right? YAHAWAH and Job. Now consider those two men, right? Both of them had to go through something they didn't want to go through. And we'll go, and I ain't, I'm driving, so I ain't gonna be able to actually read the precepts. That's why I wanted to do this lesson yesterday, so I could read the precepts. But yeah, I just quote them, I just quote them, a brother may want to put them up in there, hey, have at it. We may read them off the comment board. But now I thought of Job and YAHAWAH on how this pertains to us today and the mindset that we should have going into this time of Jacob's trouble. Because look, that Jacob's trouble don't start the day our hell break loose. Well, that's the day it actually start, but Jacob going through trouble right now, man. You see Jacob suffering right now, right? And now the point I want to get at in this lesson is that from here on out, we're going to go through many things we may not want to go through if we had a choice, right? Things as if just because we serving the Lord, we don't think he'll put them through us. Well, guess what? Some of these things we will experience, things that we don't expect the Most High to put us in certain scenarios, right? That we may not want to be in. Those same things, we got to, again, put ourselves, in those shoes, right? Because you don't want to get in that time and not or should I say, you don't want to get in that time and thinking you can't be touched. You know, like IUIC, they got their members thinking, look, all hell ain't about to break loose. ISUPK, they got their members, you know, in a lackadaisical spirit, talking about Jacob's trouble gate as if this ain't nothing you got to worry about. Well, this ain't nothing you got to be alert for, because it ain't nothing we have to actually like worry about, you know, as far as it'll worry, you know. Hey, Shalom Zakwan, YAHAWAH Shah Brakatah. You know, but going back to these other camps, you know, they pushing on they congregation this jolly spirit to where you don't have to consider the times. Again, Sirach 18:24 says, think upon a wrath that shall be at the end. So we do have to put ourselves in certain shoes in certain scenarios that may happen. Now, again, why I'm saying that, because I thought of Job and YAHAWAH yesterday. And these two men, they went through things they didn't want to go through. But look, they didn't have no choice. The same thing for us. Just because we serving the Lord don't mean we ain't gonna go through financial troubles. We might have legal problems. We might, you know, gotta sell our house. And the point is that the Lord could do what he want with us and to us, man. Although we serving him. Let me let this traffic pass a lot. And it's a sharp little turn, so. But it's a lot of Houston traffic. But nevertheless, so Job, let's start with Job first, and we'll get to YAHAWAH. Like I said, this will be fairly quick. So let's start with Job. Now you remember Job was the man. He was the man of the East, as the scriptures say. He was the greatest man of his time, the Most High. YAHAWAH himself said Job was perfect. So Job was the man property. He had a lot of money. He had a lot of cattle. He had a lot of gold. He had children. And in the manner of one day, Job literally lost everything. In the manner of one day. Remember, people kept coming up to him, ain't even let the first person speak. They kept coming up to him, giving him bad news. And you know, speaking as a man, I believe all this had to happen and be told to Job within an hour, because this was likened unto his hour of temptation. But nevertheless, Job lost everything, even unto the time. Remember, he gave daily sacrifices often for his children. That's in Job, the first chapter, around the 4th verse. It says that Job gave sacrifices regularly for his children. In other words, he was repenting for them. Right? And it says, just in case they sin against the Most High, so he don't judge them. Now, when you go to the 3rd chapter, Job expressed, you know, he was complaining, and he said, look, the thing that I feared the most has happened unto me. And the thing that I was greatly afraid of has come upon me. The point is, Job said the thing that I feared the most. Now, remember, Job had everything. Yeah, he knew he was the man. He knew he had riches. Now, did he care for him? As far as along the lines of Lot's wife, to where he would rather keep his riches and stop serving the Lord? No, he didn't want to. Let's be real. Job ain't want to lose his status. You feel me? And overnight, you know, I'm being funny, but overnight become a bum. In other words, Job ain't want to lose his status, man. He didn't want to lose his children. Remember, he gave sacrifices often just so the Most High can keep his children alive in case they were sinning against him, and he didn't know it. Right? So you got to remember, this man had a lot of money, and it had to cross his mind a couple of times, like, what if I lose all this, right? What if I lose my children? That's why when all of it was taken away in the 3rd chapter, he said, the thing that I greatly feared, so what he didn't want to happen to him at all, he says, has come upon me. And now, mind you, the Most High was bragging on this man. He was perfect in the sight of the Most High, but look what the Most High still put him through. So just because we servants don't mean we just about to skip through this time. Now we have comfort because the Most High did say he was going to get us through whatever we got to go through. That's the comforting part about it, right? That's the comforting part about it. That's that 2nd Ezra 13. If a brother may want to put on the comment board, 2nd Ezra 13, 21 and 22, but in the GNT version. But going back to Job, but what made his story great though? What made it great? Because even going back to the title, even though the Most High put him through something he didn't want to go through, something that was inconvenient for him, he never stopped serving the Lord. Because what other choice did he actually have? Because even after that, Job said what? Naked came I out, and naked came I into this world, and naked goeth I out of this world, right? And he said, the Most High gave, and the Most High could take. Blessed be the name of YAHAWAH. And from that point on, it says Job never cursed the Most High with his lips. He didn't lose faith, man. And that's the importance of putting ourselves in these situations on, what if I got to see my children get tortured in front of me, man? What if I got to get my head cut off and get tortured? What we gonna do? Because if we go into this time as if we can't get touched, or the Most High is gonna save us from everything, which we know he will, we have faith in that. We have faith in that. But I'm saying put ourselves in certain scenarios, man. Because if you don't consider certain things, let's say a famine, we know we gonna eat. He said he gonna feed us. He said he gonna give us something to drink. But what if he make you wait 3 days, 4 days, right? And just because an individual don't have it in those 3 days, that's an easy way for them to start talking shit to the Most High and doubting and lose faith because they ain't get fed when they want to get fed. They ain't get help when they wanted to get help from the Most High. That's the easy way to lose faith, because you will be thinking, well, Lord, you said you was going to protect us through all this while I'm going through it. So right now it's to consider that the Most High can do anything with us as long as he wants to. You see, let's go to his son now. That was Job. Job never cursed the Most High, although the Most High put Job through something that he didn't want to go through at all. Again, Job said, the thing that I greatly feared, the Most High have brought this upon me. Now, and I'm going to get to why this makes sense for us in these times, because again, the Lord going to put us through new things we don't expect. And I thought of that 1 Peter, the 4th chapter, how it says, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trials, which shall try us, although some strange things might happen unto us. Those strange things, when you go into that definition, I believe is xenos, which is unheard of, new trials, new tribulations, things we might not expect, you know, things we might not expect. Now let's go to YAHAWAH, because in Romans the 8th chapter it says that the Most High, he spared not his own son. Look what he put his son through. And that's his son, not just a servant. That was his son who sat on the right hand side, and he put him through the most. Now YAHAWAH ain't want to get on that cross when it came down to it. Not saying he didn't want to be the sacrifice. And Salakia, man, I kind of wanted to do this lesson sent down, but it was on my spirit, you know, because I wanted to get precepts. I wanted to yesterday, but it didn't work out for me. But, you know, it's still on my spirit. But Lord willing, we may have to do a part 2, because it's precepts that I want to read. But when you go into the Luke the 22nd chapter, YAHAWAH, it was time for him to go ahead and be that sacrifice. Now, the Lord told his disciples buku times what was going to happen to him. He gave it in detail. Look, the wicked scribes and Pharisees, they're going to take me, they're going to deliver me up to the Gentiles, they're going to beat me, they're going to crucify me. He told them many times, so the Lord knew exactly what was going to happen to him and how. But when it came down to that day and that point, it got real, man. And that's the thing I always like to meditate on, because, you know, it's easy for us to say, well, we're going to get through this, and, well, we're going to overcome this, which that's our belief, that's our hope. The Lord said he going to give us an expected end. So whatever we expect, the Lord going to give just that, man. He said his thoughts towards us are good and not evil. But to show you how serious these times going to be and how we going to need the Lord, and none of us going to be able to do this on our own, man. None of us. Because even YAHAWAH, the Lord and the King, the man who knew everything, when it came down to his time to be tried, he said, Father, can you let this cup pass from me? Is it another way? So yeah, he wanted to be the sacrifice, but he didn't want to get beat. He didn't want to get tortured like that, man. So the Lord ain't want to go through that. But guess what? He says, not according to my will, but let thy will be done. Going back to the Most High will, he gonna put us through something. Look at Job and look at YAHAWAH. He may put us through things that we don't want to go through. We don't feel like it going through, right? We don't want to experience. But at the end of the day, what's the point? We have to be content whatever the Most High will was. Job ain't want to go through that. What he feared the Most High did it. But at the end of the day, he was content with it and still served the Lord. Didn't curse the Most High, didn't ask why, didn't get out of line with the Most High. He was okay with what the Most High had written in the story, man. YAHAWAH, he didn't want to get on that cross and get crucified. And when you go to John 17, the 17th chapter, and I believe like the 19th verse, he said the reason he wanted to get on that cross is for his elect. You see, it's for his elect, man. You know? Now let me get over real quick. It's for his elect. YAHAWAH didn't want to get up and get on that cross. But again, at the end of the day, what he understood, it don't matter how I feel. It don't matter what I want to do. My Father's will got to be done, man. And that's the same thing. Let me get over one more time. And that's the same mindset we understand in these times, you see? Or should I say we should have in this time. You know, be prepared for anything that the Lord do. Now, we ultimately know he said if we serving him, we going to have that YAHAWAH, that exemption from judgment, which we ain't going to have to be condemned with the world. You see? But again, we still here in Jacob's trouble. We still going to be here. We're going to be here in a famine. We're going to be here in a concentration camp. Some of us might get thrown into jail. But the thing is, so what? So what? We can't change the story. We ain't gonna better change the story once that happened. It's already written. So the Lord gonna look how we responding in that situation. What's our mindset in that situation, man? And again, I'm bringing up Job and YAHAWAH because their mindset in the situation was, well, the Most High allowed, let this happen. Let's just go through with it. Let's just go through with it, man. And I thought of that 1 Peter the 4th chapter, how it says, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which shall try you, although some strange things have happened unto you. Then it started with beloved. So the house of David, some strange things, some things we ain't gonna want to go through, gonna happen unto us. Speaking of David, look what happened to him. Look what happened to him. Everything backfired on King David, but did he stop serving the Lord? No, man. Many things go happen to us, but that don't mean we should stop serving the Lord or feel played when he put us through something as servants, man. And on the back of that car right there, the license plate say David's Chevrolet. All right? But this more so, like Paul said, through much tribulation we shall inherit the kingdom. So right now is the time to start considering these things. And ultimately, we do know the Most High said he's going to spare us through anything. You know, but who knows if we get thrown into a concentration camp, man. On Salaki, I really want to get precepts, you know. I'm trying to hurry me get to the job, maybe have time to pull a little bit, you know. But say we get thrown into a concentration camp, who said that you was being sent there to get tortured or be put to death? How you know the Lord ain't sending you there to work miracles, man? To give you the power and save other brothers and sisters out of that jail. Or for you to get sent to jail and go proclaim, you know, YAHAWAH, but now you have believers come like it happened in the book of Acts. So the point is, anything is possible with the Lord, but we don't know his purpose in doing these things either, though. You see, we don't know the Lord's purpose in doing these things, man. That's why we can never doubt, you know, never ask why me, why us. No, man, just let the Lord do what it do. Again, YAHAWAH ain't want to get on that cross. He said, Father, can I be a sacrifice? He ain't said like this, but Father, can I be a sacrifice another way instead of me getting beat like this? But what's the main point? He said, not according to my will, but that thy will be done. Well, it's written, I got to go through it. And guess what? He got through it. He got through it because right after that, the Most High sent the angel to strengthen YAHAWAH. He sent the angel to strengthen YAHAWAH. So that's the point. What the Most High said, strive for the truth unto death, and then the Lord shall fight for thee. And one of my comforting scriptures, and I'll wind it down here in a few. I might just do a part 2, you know, and when I actually pull precepts. But one of my favorite scriptures is 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter and the 13th verse. How it says, there have no temptation taken us, but such as is common to man. So we going through the same things these regular everyday people going through. They losing jobs, right? They getting sick. They got bodily ailments. They got financial problems. They got child support. They getting in wrecks, so on and so forth. They going through these same things. But what's the difference between us and them? For us, it says, but the Most High is faithful, who would not suffer us to be tempted above that we are able. The Most High, he ain't gonna put nothing in our lives that we can't handle. If it's too much for us, he's not gonna put it on our plate. That's why our brother may be able to go through something, but the next man can't, right? Because that next man wouldn't be able to get through it like the other brother can, or the other sister can. We all have our own strengths and our own spirits, man. So whatever each and every individual go through is designed specifically for you to get through it already. Because if not, you wouldn't be going through it, is the point. That's one thing I consider, man. Even if I go through my worst BS, if I couldn't overcome this, the Lord would never let this happen in my life. And that changed your mindset. Now it makes us seek the Lord. Okay, Lord, well, why you put me through this? And what I need to do to get out of this, man? Like in Sirach 2, when we go through that lower state, it says, cleave unto him and depart not away. In our lower state, that's not for us to curse the Most High and go seek another solution. Or call a family member who not in the truth. Man, what you think I should do? You feel me? What you think I should do in this situation? Instead of going praying fast, man. That's why YAHAWAH said, in our weakness, he is made strong. We're going to have to take L's, as it was seen. We're going to have to go through many things for the Lord to come through on our behalf, for miracles to be shown, for divine intervention to happen. But again, like the Lord said, back in 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, there have no temptation taken us, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer us to be tempted above that we are able. It says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that we may be able to bear it. So in the same time the Most High set up a trial, a test for us, the same time he set it up, he already had the escape route plan too. It wasn't that he just had the tribulation set. No, he already had the escape route. The point is, it was just a test. He want to see what our mindset was in the middle of the start and the beginning of it. Just like he did with Abraham. Just like, and I'm by my job and just popping blocks, but just like he did with Abraham. He told Abraham, look, go sacrifice your son. And that's another thing, man. We just joining into this the greats on what the greats went through. All the greats had to go through some BS, all our forefathers. Paul gave a whole plethora of them in Hebrews 11. He said, if I was to talk about every one, time would fail me. But you know what I came to realize? The more BS that the Most High put our forefathers through, the more trials that they had to overcome, that's what they known for though. That's what made their story. You see what I'm saying? That's what made their story, right? That's what made their story, man. Without Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael getting put into that fiery furnace, what we would have had to read about them. What, you know, I'm sure they did other things, but what would have been in the record books? This is what we know them from. Daniel in the lion's den, this is what we know him from. Jonah getting put in the fish, this is what we know him from, and not just know them from going through it, for overcoming it, man. From overcoming it. Abraham, going back to him, he was told to sacrifice Isaac after the Most High said, look, through Isaac, I'm going to give you all these blessings and promises. Abraham ain't asked why, although it was a strange thing for the Most High to tell him. But he went to do it. The Most High stopped him. And after that, the Most High says, okay, Abraham, you good, because now I know that you fear me and trust in me. Now I know, because you was able to go through this test I was going to put you through. You ain't complain, right? You ain't run from it. You was willing to go through this. Now I know you about what I'm about. You down for me, man. That's what the Lord looking for. And look, Yahawah Shemel Shai, Ratazah, from here on out, these tests we get, we ace these things, man. Because really, this just practice for the times to come, and that's what we started with, right? Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end. That's why it's good to put ourselves in situations that we know we may go through, right? But even things that would seem far-fetched for the Lord to put one of his believers through, we even got to put ourselves in those shoes, because you know what? The point of this lesson, the Lord could put us through anything, even though we serving him. You read at the bottom of towards the end of Hebrews, the 11th chapter, Apostle Paul told us a few things that happened to the servants, how they got fed by lions, torn in half, ripped asunder, thrown in jail, beat on, so on and so forth, right? But that was servants of the Lord. But look what he put them through. You see? Look what he put him through again. Job said, the thing that I greatly feared the Most High have brought this upon me. Yahawah Shai said, is it another way? Ain't get an answer. But one of them came to the conclusion, not according to what we want, but as long as your will be done, Father. That's it. And once we realize something happened to us, even look, we get cursed out, we get rebuked. Guess what? It was written in the story, right? We got to take an L in a day and some BS happened to us. Guess what? It was written in the story. We can't change it. We can't change what was already written. So the point is, we might as well just go through it, man. Try to overcome it through the spirit and power of Yahawah Shemel Shai that he got on us, and then do it through. And once we overcome, that's going to be another thing that's going to be written in our records, man. On what we had to endure through Babylon the Great, through Jacob's trouble, so on and so forth. Because again, every little thing we going through is being written. Our mindset's being written. How we respond to situations being written. What we feel about situations. Remember, those Israelites in the wilderness, they thought they were just murmuring to themselves. But thousands of years later, we could read about them murmuring and talking shit. Unbelief. Right? It was one time Job got pissed off. He was talking to his friends. He was like, oh man, y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. Right? I'm telling you, I ain't do nothing wrong. So on and so forth. He was like, oh, how I wish my words was written in a book. Well, lo and behold, thousands of years later, Job, we reading a book that you wrote, that you was talking about. Your words was written. You know? Hey, remember, Yahawah Shai, he'll read those scribes and Pharisees' minds. That's written down. So what we doing today, our everyday life, those things are being scribed down. And one thing I like to ask myself on a daily, how do I want to be remembered, man? Because after this, we ain't gonna better change it. Once we go into the kingdom, that's it. We ain't gonna better come down on earth and try to, you know, make our, you know, then do the work. No, right now is the time to do it. You see, right now is the time to do it. And whatever the Lord got written in our story, man, hey, even if we don't want to go through it, like Job and YAHAWAH, what other choice do we have? Just go through it, look, with a positive mindset, man. The Lord gonna make a way. He said, look, he gonna bring the hell and will, with the temptation, make a way for us to escape. So just as he made the entrance to the tribulation, the exit was there from the beginning already, man. We just gotta go through it until he get us out of there. You see, but like I said, man, I really wanted to bring some precepts out with this because I had some, but it was just on my spirit. You know, sometimes, you know, thoughts be on your spirit. You just want to get them out. You know, especially for these times to come. You know, for these times to come, man. But hey, most importantly, the Lord said he gonna protect us from all these things, so we really ain't got nothing to worry about as far as that. Like we gonna be left hanging. You know, we ain't gonna be left hanging, man. You know, but hey, with that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, by Shim Yahushua, by Shimon Chakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with our truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe it on the gospel. And keep fighting, keep pushing. We're almost out of here, you know. And again, the mindset to this lesson was think upon a wrath that shall be at the end. All the things that's about to happen. And although we serving the Lord, still put ourselves in certain scenarios that may take place, that we may can go through. You see, just to consider them as a just in case. You see, just to consider them, because look, we may get put through and we may not. And again, it's a time like never before, so we don't know what's about to happen. But we don't want to get to the point and thinking as if the Lord can't do nothing to us. Right? We ain't gonna go to no concentration. You see, like these other camps pushing, like them 2 dudes in Mississippi, they say they gonna get beamed up before the tribulation. So if you go into this time thinking that the Most High ain't about to do nothing to us, remember the 7 brothers in Maccabees. The 7 brothers in Maccabees, when they was getting tortured and cut up, getting their heads scalped, their bodies cut up, they said, look, Antiochus, we going through this because of our sins. Now, our main hope as the hopeful elect is that our sins gonna be forgiven and we gonna be spared through these things, even the last judgment. But whatever we do go through is because of our sins. You see? Whatever we do go through is because of our sins. The Lord ain't let YAHAWAH be spared. How much more us? But from that ultimate judgment, missiles falling and not being under the elect, the Lord got us covered, man. The Lord got us covered. You see? So we still gonna have to endure some things, but as I was saying, I ended with this. At least put ourselves in certain scenarios that could happen. Because if not, if a person go through this as if nothing can happen to him, he not gonna get touched, right? As if he gonna just skip and hop into the kingdom. As soon as something happened to him, he gonna have a thought of being alone, as if the Lord ain't with him because something happened to him, right? His conscience go condemn him. And that's an easy way to lose faith. Because you never put yourself in that situation as if you were supposed to just skip into the kingdom like you got a force field around you. Look, although the Lord could do that, because I believe it's going to be some of the elect that ain't going to have to go through as much in this time to come in. But you're going to have some men who going to go through a lot of stuff. However the Lord have it. But I'd rather consider these things than not. Like it says 2 Ezra 16 and 40. It says, O my servants, hear my word. The first step is hearing the word. Then it says what? Then make you ready to the battle. Now it's time to get prepared. It ain't talking about ready going by some shields and a bug out bag. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. But that's not our end all be all. That's not how we get ready. We get ready mentally, man. Mentally. So after we hear the word, it says make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims on the earth. So before all hell break loose, the Lord said get prepared, man. Get prepared. Because if not, you read on in 2 Ezra 15, it says people conscience go condemn them, right? Their sins go weigh them down. Think about them dudes in Mississippi. I've been think about that. If the Lord don't do them nothing before, and they think they go into Jacob's trouble untouched, when the first thing happened to them, then what's gonna be their mindset? What's gonna be their mindset when the first thing happened? Right? Let's get these precepts these brothers put up. Ecclesiastes 2 and 4, it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, right? Whatsoever. In other words, we don't know the Most High story. We don't know what's written. So whatever happened, that was written in the story for it to happen. We can't change it. And that's another comforting thing, man. When I be going through stuff, although, you know, You be at your lowest state sometime. I got to remind myself, man, look, this was written anyway. How could I change it? Even if I would have turned a little bit to the left and avoided that call. No, it wasn't written for me to avoid a call, right? If I would have just did this, I wouldn't be in this situation. No, we ain't had no choice to not do this or not do that. It was written. So seeing it was written, what choice we have? We'd rather just go along with what the Most High got, man. Instead of fighting against what was written. Because if a man fight against it, now you fighting against the Most High's will. I'd rather be down for whatever the Lord got going, man. And that's one thing I put up in my prayer daily. Lord, I don't care what I got to go through. As long as I'm of the elect, allow me and my household to get through it. That's one thing I ask him daily. Lord, I don't care what I got to go through. As long as me and my household are the elect, so be it. So be it. Because if we are the elect, we go overcome regardless. Either we go be saved out of it, or, right, or we might have to die, and look, our work's going to follow. So we're in a win-win situation, man. But let's finish this by the precept. It's Ecclesiastes 2 and 4. It says, okay. So like I'm reading a message that just came through my phone. Hey, the brother Shamala, the brother in the camp, his woman giving birth today. So he throw up some prayers for that brother, you know, and his woman, you know. That's a beautiful thing. And he might, Lord willing, he bring it in the spirit. That's how he elect. That's our hope. But Ecclesiastes 2 and 4 says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Right? Be patient, because it ain't that we go be in a lower state forever. The Lord, and look, in that lower state, and just, you know, man, I gotta go too, because I'm 12 minutes behind. But in that lower state, that's when we pray to the Lord. That's when we fast, man. We learn things about ourselves, and we see what we got to do to get out that position. And like for me, if I'm in a situation, I don't just pray to the Lord, Yahawah, take me out of this. Because I know he not a genie either in a bottle. You feel me? Right? He gave us wisdom to stay out of situations. The point is, when I get in a situation, I put up a prayer like, Lord, give me the insight, the discernment I need, the judgment I need to make decisions, and also put the people in my life who could help me get out of the situation. Right? It could be a doctor, a cop, a judge, a lawyer, whatever it may be. The Lord work on the minds of man. We can ask our power for anything, for help to get out of anything, man. It's not too hard for him. You know? And I'm rambling a little bit, but the main point is, lesson I want to put out there is, look, we going to go through things that we expect. And when we go through things we didn't expect and we never wanted to go through, still serve the Lord. Let his will be done and be content with it, man. Because what other choice do we have? Job, we got the example of Job. He said, the thing that I feared greatly and what I feared the most has happened unto me. What Job ain't want to go through, he ain't want to lose his riches. Not like Lot's wife, right? But Job ain't want to lose his status, and he didn't want to lose his children. And just that, the Most High did it to him. Even though the Most High was bragging on him. Come on, man. YAHAWAH, he didn't want to get crucified and get beat like that. That's why he said, Father, is it another way? The Most High ain't give him an answer. He said, okay, well, not according to my will, but that thy will be done. He had to go through it. So the same thing for us. As Peter said, thinking not strange for our fiery trials, although some strange things go happen to us, things we don't expect to go through. Some strange things that we ain't considered that the Lord would even put us through. But still, even through those things, trust that the Most High can get us out. The Most High, Yahawah and YAHAWAH, man. Especially in the times to come, because it's a time like never before. Certain things you about to see, guess what? They not written yet. They not written yet. Well, we hear about the endure through them. Just because we say, well, I ain't read this in Maccabees, that they went through this, how the Lord gonna save me out? No, he could save us out of that. It don't matter, man. Luke 22 and 33, he said unto them, Lord, I am ready to go with thee, both into prison and to die. Come on, man. That's the mindset, whatever it may be. The brother in his likeness, Shalom, bro, GMS 31 and 7, and I ended on this. It says, I will be glad and rejoice in thy mercy, for thou hast considered my trouble. Thou hast known my soul in adversities. Come on, man. Man, it says the Most High know our soul in adversity. So when we going through our hell, guess what? That, in other words, he ain't gonna forget us. When we in our trials and temptation at our lower state, he not gonna forget us. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Remember, all the men of the Lord, when they was in that lower state, they still prayed. The three, Hananiah, Azariah, Mishael, they prayed in the furnace. Jonah was praying in the belly, in the belly. Well, we gotta pray through our trials, through our tribulation, and through our afflictions, man. Cause look, the Lord going away. We just gotta trust in that. But look, I'm gonna end it right there, Lord willing. This lesson was edifying. And Salak, if I was, speaking fast, I really wanted to pull out precepts, but it was on my spirit to go ahead and get it out there. But Lord willing, this was comforting as well. And I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto YAHAWAH, Bahashim YAHWAH, Bahashim Rachakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Akim out there, 144,000 who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in the gospel. Keep fighting, keep pushing, and we're almost out of here. And with that, shalom.